is some mostly mono white cards with a small blue splash for Mobilizer Mech in the main as an additional way to turn on Colossal Plow. And then we've got some things like Spell Pierce and Orvar out of the sideboard here for combating various Meat Hook Massacre City Stalker decks. But overall, just good aggro deck. Last time we played this, the Dragonfly Pilot was a card that really impressed me, having 2 things for 1 mana. That crew extra is good, and this generated pretty reasonable card advantage, being something that crews then also generates you a vehicle to crew with. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how it goes. Lagrange. What's going on, Panza? Gonna play the best card in Magic, the credit card. Well, thanks for playing the credit card for 40 months. It's good to have you here for almost 3.5 years. Thanks for the Prime Echoes. Echoing around Hoaglandia for over 4 years. It's been a trip. Longer than that, honestly. Because I know you bounced out for a little bit. You've been here since the Hex days and before. Eskimo Force. Thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. What office chair do I use? I think it's called the Ergo Human. I don't recall. I've had it for like 5 years at this point. Long time. Nah, the mesh is still is in good shape. I don't think we can keep 0, I think we can keep no plays till 3 in the dark. Opponent's playing red-black, I'm shocked. Do this and draw a card. Magic. We did stream on a different channel for a little bit. This channel's technically existed a long time though, right? And my account was holy crap, chat. My Twitch account will have existed for a decade on May 1st. Almost a decade. I don't miss playing Hex, but I do miss the Dongler emote. Fair. If I recall correctly, the shared account that myself and some of my buddies streamed on for a little bit was called Death Star MTG. Does that exist? Oh yeah, there's definitely some broadcasts up there from 8 years ago. It kind of feels like we're dead. And take the Oni Cult Anvil out of play here. This sack deck is so good against creature decks. So chat, we like make fun of Magic Online saying it looks like software from a decade ago, but it actually used to look worse. The current iteration of Magic Online is actually a very big upgrade over this. Also, look at little baby Jeff. Man, that camera looks terrible. Attacking me for 2. Probably trade here. I think we're just dead. Oh my god, you can see it. We died while I was looking at the other thing. Was that thing on top of your head in that video? Oh, I had a microphone on my headset. Opponent's got like a weird mix of stuff, because like they're a Blood Artist deck, but they're also City Stalkering. They've also got Anvils. This definitely seems good. I'm trimming the Hotshot Mechanic, just like a 2-1. I guess it cruise stuff, but like it doesn't seem particularly exciting. And these crew a lot of things too. Try this. I think this deck's pretty good into the Invoke Despair red-black deck. It does not seem very good into an Anvil variation, though. $2010 is a little early. 2010's a little early. What was it? My first SCG top 8, I believe, was April 2012. If I recall correctly. Creature up. I might just draw a card here. You think I'm just gonna draw a card rather than attacking into a removal spell? Thanks for the follow, Cole. Good morning. I suppose they could have the voltage surge or whatever it's called here, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and attack here. Because they want to spend their blood plus a thing to kill this, they can. And they're doing it before I attack, so I get to draw a card. Deal. I'm ready to plow. Going on, Double Pope? Welcome back. Let's go ahead and play this out, I think. Welcome back, Faith Princess. Yeah, the GPU market is one of the many that are very silly right now. I lucked into a 2080 a couple years ago and hoping that this thing lasts a good long while. They missed the line, shit. You hop in the car, and then the car hops into the other car. It's a good system, really. Flying in my car's beep beep. Man, that's crazy that that's that much money. I got... For a long while, I was on the plan of, like, upgrading my streaming rig every, like, 2 years or so. So, like, I've got a 2080 in my system I'm streaming from right now, and then I've got a 1060 and a 1080 in 2 other systems upstairs that Christy and the kids use that were my old rigs. So we should ideally be set as a family for a little while. Well, with this other Emperor drawn, I honestly am just gonna cash this in for a creature token, I think, and then keep attacking here. Yeah, unless my hardware physically breaks, I don't plan to upgrade anytime soon. The only real video games I do on my computer are Pokemon Unite through the Android emulator and Arena. Everything else I use the PlayStation for. Morning, JC. Thanks for the follow. Howdy, Gil. Thanks for hooking up with the Prime again. Welcome back. I actually have a hard time cutting through at this point. Although I guess I can Skyclave the Blood Artist. Then they gain a whole lot less.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water. We must protect the people.
Yeah, at that rate, you'll probably have hardware failure, Beetle, before you need Need an upgrade for spec reasons. Well, so if you haven't been keeping up with how Alchemy stuff is working, Buba, the Alchemy set releases are tied to specific standard sets. So there was a Neo Kamigawa Alchemy set release. It was a little bit awkward with the first set release because their first Alchemy card drop was like Alchemy cards for like a bunch of sets all at once to basically backfill everything that was in standard. But moving forward, we'll get an Alchemy card drop that's tied specifically to each standard set release. So we'll have new Capenna release next week, and then shortly after that, we'll have a new Capenna Alchemy release. They did here. They block 2, they gain 1, they take 8. Looks like lethal. Oh, they have Den of the Bugbear to block. Yes. Yeah, the Alchemy sets are essentially, these are digital designs we wanted for this set. Killed their Anvil in response here.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Man, I was expecting something much worse from the lead-in. Let me know if this crosses the line or you don't want to talk about it. You must be new to my channel here, Pursuit of Knowledge. Maybe you've heard about it in passing, but we pretty regularly talk about politics and other things that I think are important here. We play video games all day, but I don't really shy away from talking about any type of topic that I want to talk about or I feel is important. If you subject yourself to Twitter and check my Twitter timeline, you'll see a pretty healthy mix of both gaming and political stuff. Maybe they meant the politics category on Twitch. Oh, maybe they meant that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I have strong opinions on that. Subject yourself to Twitter. Yeah, I'm happy with how he boarded it. Could this be a Spell Pierce matchup? This could be a Spell Pierce matchup. I wonder, what do we think? They have City Stalker Connoisseur. I wonder if Spell Pierce is better than Orvar, though. McSpike, thanks for the follow. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really follow Twitch drama, so I'm not familiar with anybody getting banned from the... When I say I talk about politics, I mean like actually important things that like really impact people's lives. Oh, you know, Not random. Random poopers getting removed on Twitch. Feels like a Spell Pierce matchup, but I also won't always have blue mana early. I'm just gonna run it back. See how this feels. It could be right to work Pearson here though. The opponent's deck is strange. Their build is kind of off meta. They're a unique mix of these red-black cards. Love a Dragonfly Pilot. Untap. I think we lead on Bankbuster here. Breeds a reason to perhaps lean on Mobilizer Mech there. It might have been a sequencing mistake on my part. Born in Silence. If they have an Abrade, this dies to Abrade anyways. And they already played a land and they don't have any treasures, so it's not like activating this and blocking. It's me got by Meat Hook, so I think we just block. What am I missing here? Oh, Meat Hook for 1 into Voltage Surge? No? Alright, sure. This might be a spell still, so I'm gonna chill on it. What's going on, Millbot? Thank you for the 40 months. Really appreciate the support. Welcome back. This is Alchemy. If you're ever wondering what the format is, you can see an A, an S, or an H, and soon an E in front of a deck name. If you look on the Untapped. I think I'm gonna play this out and work towards casting Emeria's Call as a spell here. Hey, MD Knights, thanks for over here. Welcome back. Hey, well, I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes out of your day, Cadillac, to drop by Twitch and support with Prime, even if you're mostly a YouTube watcher. Those Prime subs keep a roof over my head, and I appreciate you dropping it off. Okay, so we'll shoot this in response. That's not a bad draw. Play this out, because then the Mech Hangar can do both of these next turn. We can dodge a City Stalker for one more turn. Our, a land would get us this. Pierogi addict. It's a wonderful thing to be addicted to. We actually had pierogies last night for dinner. Thanks for the 14 months. Ah, check for traps. Oh, that actually leaves them dead on board, right? They need something here, or they're dead to my flyers. But I consider that I have a Midwest accent. I mean, I'd assume that that's the case. Our opponent has died. We crew mech, it crews this, Mech Hangar crews the other. We crash on it. Been torn. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Chalo Sporting. Been a little while since we've done Magic first thing. Hey, GG some fellows. Your red-black build was neat. It's a really unique mix of cards in the archetype. As a plug for our sponsor this month, by the way, the Every Plate promo is still going through the end of the month. So if you live in the United States and you were thinking about submitting an Explorer deck or a standard deck or Alchemy deck with new Capenna cards to be played, remember you can check out the Every Plate promo and you get a free deck submission if you sign up for the service using my link. They do tasty meals direct to your door, ready for you to prepare. Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like, fellows. Mr. Lifeguard, thank you for the 50 months, the big 5-0 indeed. I don't think there were any lines that looked particularly out of place from the information I had available to me, some fellows. .46 since I started my master's and finally received my grade/diploma. Thanks for keeping me entertained through it all. Thanks for the almost 4 years, Dougie. It's been a trip. Your attack with the 1/1 made me tank and go through all your permutations. Ooh. Little Abzan venture action going on. The skyclaving shall continue until morale improves. Just keep swinging, right? Yeah, I agree, Boston. Arena does animations quite well. Okay. Let's draw with Bankbuster to start. Gosh, 6 mana and no plays? There's the real MVP, Dixonator. Honestly, with another Bankbuster drone, I think I'm wrong and this is now a land. No Wandering Emperor to see here, just very unlucky.
Now you've done it. That's coming off. Keep watch for intruders.
Okay, they're gonna complete this dungeon here. Our first wedding announcement's gonna pippity pop off next turn.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Alright, chat. I believe we are ready to plow. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and draw with this too, looking for a land. Swing and a miss. Feels like we're gonna be able to outgrind them here.
May your blade strike true.
We'll see how quickly they can venture through the Mad Mage. I imagine it would be, if I was on their side, the Mad Mage would be where I'd be heading now. So they need to dig deep here and run back into the Pandelver. Maybe they don't think they can complete the Mad Mage before I run them over, which is not an unfair assessment. All right, chat, we're ready to plow.
I'm not overconfident. I have got new moves to teach you.
Alright, well, Emeria's call... I want Emeria's call to be able to be a spell, right? So let's Dragonfly suit here. So we have a flying blocker for next turn. Okay. All right, I'm gonna break some people's hearts by answering this question and bringing them down to reality. None of Magic the Gathering's non-rotating formats are easy to get into, and that is by design. Wizards of the Coast does not want new Magic players playing non-rotating formats. If you're someone that is new to Magic, you should be playing Limited or you should be playing Standard, is what Wizards wants from you. They always have and always will keep their non-rotating formats artificially difficult and expensive to get into.
Keep watch for intruders.
Oh crap. I meant to give this first strike. Whatever. Still need to attack so we can do this turn. Sellers, thanks for the 40 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Yeah, obviously should have given that first strike.
We must protect the people.
This is a pretty silly board state.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
You're new to Magic, you should get at least 2 cards that will work in all formats. I recommend Visa and MasterCard. I'm more of a Discover man myself. Oh wait, I don't need to crew these. My things are all indestructible, chat. I was like crewing my vehicles because they're bigger. I forgot all my non-angels are indestructible. They're dead, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers. Oh, they get to scry too, and then they get to make 2 1/1 blockers here. Okay, we have a game, kind of. I'm unsure if this is a good attack or a bad attack, but thankfully it's not my job to figure it out. It's usually a safe assumption. I would like to prefix this statement with, I have not looked at the Magic Arena subreddit at all because I make a point not to go there. But I can only assume that the types of people that frequent that site and subreddit found things to be mad about with regards to Explorer. My assumption is that they are very mad for a variety of reasons. The Magic stream yesterday was full of okay, great, now add modern. LOL. The attack seems like it might have been fine. I think this is Circle of Confinement matchup. They have a lot of must-answer threats we need to get rid of. Commando and Sejiri Shelter out. I think I like the core of our deck here, though. The rest of it seems pretty good. Card Kingdom is attempting to unionize. How's that going? Nice. Nailed it. Never didn't have it. Let's get our plow down here, and then next turn we can go Mobilizer Mech, crew the plow. Hey, Fixer, thank you for the 33 months. Welcome back. Appreciate the support. What's going on, reading? Almost 2 indeed. Oh, shrinking my hotshot means I can't crew next turn, right? It's hedge. I guess we start here. Definitely behind, though. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Triumphant Adventurer, because I can't block that one profitably inside of combat. Listen, shit!
music is powerfully
Don't be like your boomer parents who make shitty jokes about their significant other being difficult. If your significant other isn't someone that you enjoy spending time with and working with, maybe you need to reconsider your relationship or work to improve it through better communication. Rather than just being constantly salty MFers like many boomers are with their not so great relationships.
There are so many things to see.
The old ball and chain, am I right? God, I hate the person I chose to spend my life with. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's such boomer humor, man. It's something. Random. Thanks for the Prime support. Wouldn't be able to be without folks like you. My lovely wife and I just celebrated our 9th anniversary together. Well, I guess 9th anniversary married. We've been together longer than that.
No encore.
Card. Ooh, that's pretty good. I guess if I Emperor downtick, they could just attack it with this. But I think that's still a good exchange for me.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Millennials really do kill everything, chat. Even toxic relationship-based humor isn't safe from us. You've been married to Twitch longer than you've been to your wife. We were just talking about how long I've been on Twitch. I think Christy and I started dating before my Twitch account. Was it my Twitch account? My Twitch account was made in May 1st, 2012. Yeah, so Christy and I were together at that point. We started dating right before my 19th birthday. So that was 20... Oh, math is hard. 2010? End of 2009? Years ago, I read something that stuck with me. As divorced people, it matters in a relationship, and they say communication. As people who have successful marriages, and they say mutual respect. That's interesting. I think we keep this, and we hope to spike a blue land for the Mobilizer Mech. I'm going to bottom a wedding announcement here. My Twitch channel has been partnered for 80 months. And back in my day, there were no Twitch affiliates. You wanted to get money from Twitch, you threw your application into a black hole that had no requirements on it and hoped that someone gosh darn liked you enough to give you some cash. Blue land next turn would be great. Even if we miss on the blue land, I can play second Hotshot Mechanic, crew this plow, attack with it, and then play Skyclave Apparition off of the 3 white it makes. See, Chad, I have a cheat sheet for remembering how long I've been married. It's Jake +1, and Jake's never gonna forget how old he is. So do I Skyclave the anvil to kind of cut off that axis for them, or do I Bankbuster and try and hit my land? I think I like Bankbuster, try and hit my land. That's an interesting perspective and one I hadn't thought about per game. Kinda surprised I didn't triple block there, honestly. Nice, good stuff. Okay, so I think we just want to get rid of their anvil at this point. Maybe I should hold this, actually. Yeah, I shouldn't have played this out into a meat hook massacre. If they meat hook my board here, I deserve it. I should have held this. If they meat hook me here, I could have done this next turn and still been in a good spot. All right, chat. I'm ready to plow. I think I'm actually going to offer trades on these just because I want to close this game out. And, like, these are liabilities in play if they draw meat hooks, so ship it. And now I have Wedding Announcement to draw cards, and I have Bankbuster here. The plow gaining us 3 life every time it attacks is also not negligible in spots like this. Ugh. Hope it's not too bad for you, Tubos. This is one of the few chats where I'm 23 and feel young. My community definitely skews a bit older than the average Twitch community. I think Magic in general on Twitch probably skews a bit older than the average Twitch community, but I would wager Hoaglandia specifically is higher on average there as well. This is Alchemy. And if you haven't kept up with Magic announcements, Alchemy is an all-digital Magic the Gathering format with rebalances and direct-to-digital cards. Predator Scrub, 6 for 3.5 years. Welcome back. Chad, I can't play Explorer for a week. We're gonna wait. And when the new stuff releases, we're gonna be doing Standard and Alchemy to start mostly. Well then. I think we're just firing up all the Storm Giants to try to end this game. I haven't done my set review for New Capenna yet, shit. We'll be doing that next week. We're gonna do that on Monday. The only thing I've considered doing to try and bring in more Zoomers, Duck Doolittle, is I have considered maybe hiring an emote artist to do all the typical Twitch memes for my emotes, but I haven't fully pulled the trigger on that yet. Jeff's on fire today, not letting people be terrible to their significant others, calling us old, which I am at least, and making us follow the linear nature of time and wait for it, Explorer. It's a Friday. Rare form today. Hey, Hutch, thanks for sticking around for an entire year. Appreciate you making this possible for me. I mean, I'm sure Pokemon, like, kind of transcends generations a little bit, I think, but, like, as a whole, Pokemon's a pretty big millennial IP for sure. Like, my generation, unless you're, like, an elder millennial, you grew up on Pokemon. Pokemon's what, 27, 28 years old at this point? This is just such a miserable Magic the Gathering card. It's actually awful. This card is like the definition of everything that I hate in Magic the Gathering. Yeah, like, I actually just can't win the game anymore, right? Like, they get to just go ahead and loop shit with Oni Cult Anvil, and I just can't attack. Like, so I guess we'll concede. We'll bring in Circle of Confinements to be able to clean that out a little bit, but just what a miserable gameplay experience. Cut this, because attacking and blocking with it is not great, and this cruise similarly. Needed more flying creatures sooner, or Skyclave Apparitions more to be able to interact with their board more profitably. We treaded water there for a little while, because we had the life gain from Plow, but then they were able to kill our Plow, and then we got buried pretty quickly. Yeah, exactly that, Busted. Pokemon came out 26 years ago in 96. Xanthias, thank you for the supremely generous tier 3 and for sticking around for over 2.5 years. Welcome back. I don't actually agree with that, Ecker. I think Alchemy is in a pretty good spot. This deck, I know, like, this morning we've played against 2 Anvil decks in 3 matches, but I actually can't remember the last time we ran into Anvil in this format before this morning. This deck is far less popular than the Invoke variations of Red-Black, and there's a lot of good ways to attack the Invoke variations. The mono green deck becoming popular. In fact, this deck popping back up might actually be a response to the fact that mono green has been pushing Invoke out of the format. That's super unfortunate. No joke, chat. Our deck is playing 27 lands. Sorry, I boarded one of them out. We're playing 26 right now. And we kept 2 lands on the draw and bricked. Feels Magic the Gathering, man. Sometimes that's just how it be. We've drawn more Skyclaves and lands, chat. The Shuffler's as rigged as the earth is flat. It's coming to get you. The truth is out there. Wake up, sheeple. And I'm over it. The Order of the Junkai believes technology is harming the fabric of the spirit realm and have vowed to stop it. Those darn technologies. Technology is killing the spirit realm, chat. Explorer will be added to Magic Arena with the new Capenna client update Thursday. We've had one viewer submission for Naya Winota already. If you have other deck submissions you'd like to consider making, I'm taking most of them. And remember, if you live in the US, you can actually get a discounted deck submission along with some tasty meals delivered to your door with every plate. You can submit both specific deck lists as well as build around submissions with those as always. All right, so my thing's been, it was queuing until 60 seconds, and now it's been waiting for opponent for almost a minute. Okay, so definitely a draw concede. Got it. Good stuff, good stuff. Squishy! 1 month away from a nice amount of months. Thank you for that. Welcome back. Ever do challenges versus subs? Nah. Matches of Magic take too long of a time to complete, and doing something like that where everybody that wanted to play wouldn't get a chance to play isn't great. And doing stuff like that where you're like waiting to coordinate direct challenges and stuff tends to be less popular than just playing ladder matches because it's worse content. There's too much extra downtime in trying to coordinate with things. People, there's a vocal minority that will always say they want to watch stuff like that, but in reality, a lot of people tune out. If you want to play games with me sometimes, we do viewer games of Pokemon Unite once a week. That game with only 10-minute matches and being able to play with multiple people at once begots to letting more people rotate through, which is nice. It's so easy to be good at Unite, Boston. You just have to show up to Dreadnought and then show up to Zapdos with your Unite move, and you're automatically better than 90% of my teammates. Although I will say, in our open lobby games this week, we had someone from chat join who played Crustle, and then they just did the typical Crustle thing and were in the wrong spot all game. It was just like, they just can't help themselves. Playing some elves. There's like this very small glowing animation that makes me wonder, like, are these actually animated or is there something wrong with my eyes? Yes to both. Oh, I expect with a Grixis Triome and Explorer, we're gonna play a lot of bad Grixis decks. right, I'm gonna challenge your question with a question, Elia. What does a more transparent ladder, what does that mean? Can you explain what you want from a more transparent ladder? Be as specific as possible. A viewable leaderboard? Sure. That would be fun, but I don't think a leaderboard makes anything more transparent. You want the ELO MMR visible? Sure. Say stuff like that. Don't use buzzwords. Live metadata. Okay, so that's not really a more transparent ladder. You're saying you want more information from Wizards, to which Wizards is never going to give you more information. Untap's the best we've got by a lot. I think we're about to die, Chip. The opponent's deck is very bad against these red-black interactive decks, but it seems very good against ours. If we draw a Skyclave Apparition to deal with the Sentinel, we can probably punch through. So, it could actually have the opposite effect to Crimhorn. What I think actually has a good chance of happening is I think there's a very real chance we see an exodus of competitive players from the ladder to focus on events. Because with the cut being changed from top 1200 to top 250, it almost seems like for a lot of people, you're better off just ignoring the ladder, and you'll be able to qualify with far fewer matches actually played by instead focusing on the events. And like, maybe if you're hyper competitive, you're gonna try and qualify both ways, but
I saved a monster.
oh, you get play-in points for top 1200 as well? Okay, that changes the dynamic. So that attack is weird. I guess they think I might kill the Shadow Sage. Just like kill this, bounce off of here. So now we fire up Mobilizer Mech. And we crack them for 8 in the air. Hey, Time Lord, thank you for the 45 months. Welcome back. All right, the Skyclave Apparition might open us a lethal in the air here. We need to dodge another Shadow Stage happening. Outside of that, we're in a pretty good spot, though. Splendid Jank, thanks for the follow. You can tell that I haven't streamed Magic this early in a long time because there's a bunch of people that haven't been at the stream in a long time that are asking why The Office is different. And The Office got, what's this tweet from? The Office has been different for almost 2 months. Oh, shoot. I thought I could play this out, but I actually can't. I think we're okay, though, right? And I go to 1? None of these trample, right? Skyclave Apparition showed up at exactly the right time for us to be able to punch this game. Let's throw the follow Major Hazed. Alright, so Circle of Confinement definitely comes in here. I think Commando and Sejiri Shelter come out. I think we'll continue driving cars today, and after we play, maybe we'll play this match and one more with this. I think we're gonna play some 4-color vehicles in Standard. That deck was pretty good when we played it last. Oh, you know what? I had a viewer deck submission for, some Mono White Prison and Brawl as well. Maybe we'll do that next and we'll close on Standard. For the Magic segment. That sounds like a good plan. I'm gonna Bankbuster here, because if we brick the land next turn, we can draw with the Bankbuster to get another chance to hit it. Nice. Herald has Menace, so might as well attack with this since we're not blocking anything meaningful. Hey, thanks for the Prime, Eli. Elia. Appreciate the 5 months. I don't really play paper Magic or Magic Online anymore, so I haven't touched Pioneer in a long time. Just to see what they do.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. Strike fast and strike hard.
We could just be dead here, right? They have their Shadow Sage. That's lethal. It's supposed to.
Hold on to your jaws. They're about to drop.
Or we could miss lethal. I've always been more into Mr. Lethal myself.
Back to wandering.
We're dead. Yeah, Davis was playing direct challenges that he coordinated with other Magic Arena content creators. So all the cards exist on the client, but the actual queues for them and official support don't start till the patch on Thursday, Thomas. Honestly, I wonder if Spellbinder is better than this, just for purposes of having more air attackers. Seems like that's how we're winning these games. No, Chan, I don't do deck building on stream anymore. We only deck build on stream these days if I am incredibly behind on getting stuff together for the content. Alchemy and Standard are both pretty good on Magic Arena at the moment. The big thing that it comes down to you as a player is how often do you want things to change. So Alchemy is going to have format shakeups more frequently due to both regular balancing and more frequent card injections. Whereas Standard's going to be a little bit more stagnant. Holy crap, chat. Sometimes they want it more than we do. Is this card good against anything else in the format, or does it just explicitly hose us? Is there any other? I guess it's good against... It's fine against red-black? Hypnos, thanks for the 28 months. It's fine against the red-black Anvil deck. Yeah, the Anvil deck it's fine against. It kills Anvil and a Blood Artist. But man, that was super brutal. This is pretty bad against mono white. Like, it's regularly gonna cost 3 mana against Athalia. Like, 3 mana, kill Athalia, you drain them is not particularly good. You can always find past deck lists that I've played on my YouTube channel. There are deck lists in every video description. Alright, that's enough. Enough of this deck for the day. Had my fill of getting stuck on 2 lands and dying.